Hey, what's up YouTube? Titanium Tyrant here, and this isn't my normal video, I guess. Not really my normal video. This video is gonna be more directed to this isn't a live commentary, first of all. This is this commentary is getting recorded before the gameplay. This is just some gameplay of Minecraft. Or it'll probably be Minecraft. I might change it to something else. I don't really care. But it's just something for you to watch while I do my commentary. Now, a lot of my friends on Steam, if you don't know what Steam is, it's basically, I think it's a really big gaming community. If you don't know, just Google Steam. It'll answer all your questions. You get to make friends on it, all that stuff. And most of my subscribers here on YouTube are actually friends on Steam. So, if you're one of my friends, you'd most likely know that I'm homeschooled. And a lot of you question why. Now, most people think of homeschool like, lucky, or you never get to go to school, lucky. Well, I am pretty lucky doing homeschool, but that's not the point. The point is that some people think it's weird, and some people think it's very abnormal for a kid to be homeschooled nowadays. Now, that's true. Well, that's true on some levels. But what I'm trying to say is that people need to realize that I'm just a normal kid, like all of you. Well, most of you are kids anyway, seeing as how you subscribe to my channel. I don't really envision a teenager like 19, 20 subscribing to this channel. But let me just tell you that I haven't been homeschooled all of my life. I've been going to public school for quite a while until I was homeschooled. Don't know if you want to call it recently. I've been homeschooled since I was, I think, 8. Not quite sure. But I've been homeschooled all my life, and when I turned, I think, 8, I decided to ask my dad if I could be homeschooled. And the reason I did that was because I was going to a school here in Los Angeles, and this school was very, I don't know, I don't want to say Mexican because that's a little racist. It was a little ghetto, okay? It was a little ghetto, and there was a lot of fights over it. Even like 7-year-olds were getting into fights, and their fights weren't even good. You'd just like grab each other and like just like sort of do like a tug type of dance, and you'd throw each other on the ground, and there was no hitting involved. It was kind of lame. But what I was trying to say is that this school was very ghetto, and there was this Armenian teacher, and her name was Mrs. Still can't pronounce it. Mrs. Azkaban. No, that's a Harry Potter prison. No, We'll get to that later. It was like We'll get to that later. Mrs. Kazazian, there we go. I don't know why I was saying Azkaban. Okay, so my Romanian teacher was named Mrs. Kazazian, and she was pretty strict indeed. And as I remember, I don't know what the hell was going on in school those days. I mean, I didn't know what the heck was going on. Like, really, I didn't know whether to turn to page 345 or strip down naked and dance on my desk. I was like that confused in class. I didn't know what the heck was going on. Even at recess, even at lunch, I didn't know what the heck was going on. So all that confusion, of course, led me to get bad grades, D's, F's, C's. So, I decided to tell my dad that I wanted to be homeschooled because that just sounded a lot easier than being in class with like 17 other students, and like I don't even remember how many students are in classes. But like being in class with a bunch of other students, I was always getting past notes and getting in trouble for no freaking reason at all. So I asked my dad to be homeschooled, and he said yes, and he talked it over with my mom. So around at 8 years old, I was homeschooled. But before I became homeschooled, my dad actually had to come to school and pull me out of class because just for some odd reason he wanted to pull me out of class and not wait until the end of class to homeschool me. So he came to my class and he talked it over with my teacher. Students were all looking at each other and looking at me and pointing fingers and stuff like that, and it was all really embarrassing. So and then I heard the teacher, Miss Kazazi, and I heard her tell my dad, well, he gets an F today. It's like, I could care less, woman. So we just left there, and we went home, and I had the rest of the day off, and it was like, I don't know, like 9 in the morning, so I was just like doing random stuff, like, I don't think I had like WoW, or I think I was playing WoW, but I was just a real noob at it. But I didn't have many games. I think I was playing my PlayStation 2. And so after that, the next day, my dad decided to start teaching me. So we had a big whiteboard placed up in the kitchen, and he was writing down on it. He was just like, I think we were doing math, not quite sure, but we were writing, like, he was writing down some math problems for me to solve. And I went up there and I decided to, and he had like this big book of how to homeschooling a 4th grader, I think it was, not quite sure. But sorry if my voice is really trembling, I'm really cold. But he was writing down some math problems and I was apparently supposed to solve them. So I went up there and I don't know what problem it was. I think it might have been multiplication. But I decided to, well, I didn't decide to, I mean, I didn't even know, I didn't know what the answer was. So, I said something like really stupid, like, I don't get it, or something like that. Something just really, like, stupid like that, and this has been like a while. We're like a couple hours into homeschooling, and my dad got so frustrated. He just blew his whistle. So he decided that it's not a good idea to homeschool me like he was doing, and he decided that it would be a good idea to just buy some sort of school program in order to homeschool me. So this is for my computer. It's called Switched On Schoolhouse. Pretty cool. Basically what it is you log onto it and you have different subjects like history. Let me see, I have all of them right here. History, general science, pre-algebra and pre-geometry. This is what I'm doing right now. And a bunch of other stuff too. Math, all that stuff, all that good stuff. So yeah, now I'm doing that stuff. I've been doing it for quite a while now. I'm 13, so I've been doing it for 5 years. And it's actually pretty fun. A lot of people, I know some people who think that if you're homeschooled, then you have no future. You're gonna die alone. You're gonna just cry in a corner for the rest of your life, and I choose not to think that way, because I do believe that if you put your mind to homeschooling, then you will persevere. I don't know how to pronounce that word, sorry. But if you put like a lot of effort into homeschooling than you will have here, because let's see, I can mention like a bunch of people who are homeschooled, like Thomas Edison. I think he was homeschooled. Thomas Edison, I don't know the difference. Whoever he was homeschooled, I think. I'm not sure if George Washington was homeschooled. Whatever, Johnny Depp was homeschooled. I could say all these people's names that are homeschooled, and that's all fine and dandy. It's like, oh, famous people, he's homeschooled. Okay, so, but what I was trying to say is that if you really put a lot of effort into homeschooling, and if you really want to do it, then you will actually persevere in life and get a job and go to college and all that stuff. Like when I was, I think, 11, 12 maybe, I was really getting into homeschooling. Like, I think that was the year that I got the computer type of homeschool, and I was like really, really getting into homeschooling. Like, I was even doing like assignments for tomorrow and the day after, because it was really fun for me. And then I was ahead of, like, I found out that I was ahead of normal students, and I'm still ahead in certain subjects of normal students, of normal, I think, eighth graders. So, and then I started to decrease in how much I enjoyed homeschooling, and I sort of fell behind in grades. So you just really gotta put your mindset and you'll do it. So I hope this answers anybody's questions about what it's like to be homeschooled. And another common question I get is how much time you spend on your homeschool. I actually spend around, well, it depends how fast I get it done, obviously, and how much I'm enjoying it. Like, if I'm really like enjoying my school, I might get it done in about 4 hours, or maybe even 3 or 2 hours. Depends on how much I'm enjoying it. But if I'm really dreading my school that day, then it might even take like all day. So sometimes it takes 30 minutes, sometimes it takes all day. So yeah, join me in my next video, guys. I enjoyed doing this little commentary over Minecraft. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.